Venezuela, the country with the greatest oil reserve in the world, is going through a major tragedy, unprecedented in our history. People are really starving. 50 or 60% deficit in foods, and medicines, and medical equipment. Every hour, 3 or 4 persons are killed violently, making Venezuela one of the world's most violent countries in the world. The inflation is around 700%, it's the highest in the world. And you have to think how a country like that, suffering all these tragedies, is still a regime that has less than 15% support, remains in power. Well, you know, the fear of the armed forces, the criminal elements in the police, intelligence apparatus, the control that the Cubans exercise through the intelligence agencies in Venezuela is dismal. Has made a population to a certain extent not only feeling great fear, but also in a way resigned to the situation. Venezuela's problem goes beyond our borders. With Venezuelan oil has allowed the regime first of Chavez and then of Maduro to buy complicities and solidarities in many countries in the region. Actually, at one point, 2/3 of the members of the Organization of American States were bought by Venezuelan oil. This is changing, but still, the indifference of the international community doesn't take into account the role of the influence that the Venezuelan regime has on many other countries. We are really a great threat to Colombia, to Brazil, to the region in general, and even the United States. The United States think that Venezuela is a minor issue. It's not a minor issue, even though the U.S. Congress approved a resolution stating that Venezuela is a real threat to the peace and security of the United States. And it is true. We have become a haven for terrorists that come and enter our country from the Middle East. That Venezuelan regime has been providing passports and visas to people linked to some of the worst causes in humanity. So the Venezuelan issue is not only an issue for us, the Venezuelans. It's an issue for the international community that must realize that if they don't act on Venezuela, the situation will get worse and worse. For example, we have been in the middle of the negotiation between the United States and Cuba and the United States in the peace process in Colombia. But once the peace process in Colombia advances, all these narco-terrorists of the FARC will come easier to Venezuela. So we will become, the past Colombia will be the present Venezuela in drug exports. In the Cuban, same situation. Whatever is negotiated with the Cubans will do it through Venezuela. So we are a real threat, not only to our own people, we're a threat to the continent in general.